Holy fucking Christ. Hey up everybody, it's Adam here, aka Cena Guy. Back to you with another review. Well, this is a rant. Definitely a rant. I can't do a review on this movie stating good points because there aren't fucking any at all. Oh, as you all know, I've started with the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. The first one that came out in the year of 1984 is a great slasher. He got shat on a lot, caused controversy, and if any film deserves to get shat on big time, it's this sequel. I am not kidding. I have seen some shit movies in my time, but this one is not far from holding the fucking flag. I've come in first place of being the most shittest movies ever made. So many things wrong with this movie. I don't know if this movie was a comedy, a piss take, or somebody taking a paycheck, pointing their thumb up their ass and then fucking going home, laughing along the way. Because that's what this movie felt like. It was a fucking train wreck. Basically, the movie is about Ricky, played by the legendary actor Eric Freeman. Seriously, where the fuck did this guy learn to act? What fucking drama schools did he go to? You know, has he got a degree in like being like a fucking piss taker? Because not once in this movie did I ever take this guy seriously. It seems like he deliberately put on a bad performance in this movie. You know, the film opens up with him, with his psychiatrist. I'll get to, bit by bits, why this movie's so bad. But he's talking to him about why he's there, you know, what he's doing there, basically. Why is he being arrested? For the first 40 minutes of the movie, we get reused video of the first movie. The first 40 minutes. If we wanted to watch the first movie, we would have put this on. But that's what you do for the first 40 minutes of this fucking movie. You're just using reused old video from the first movie. Where Rick is explaining about how his brother turned out the way he did. We know what happened. We saw the fucking movie. So why are you showing the first 40 minutes of the fucking first movie at the start of this? Talk about wasting fucking time. So we get 40 minutes of the first movie for the first half of the movie. Rewatching what we've already watched, the main parts. The main part where Billy's dressed up as the Santa Claus, killing people. You know the story because you've seen the fucking movie. You know, so we get that for the first 40 minutes. And the doctor asks Ricky a scene which I think is classic. Because Ricky is explaining about the scene where he experienced the rape and murder of the mother and how his parents were killed, despite Ricky being a baby. Not old enough to remember anything. Yet Ricky remembers that scene, because even the doctor says, Ricky, how do you remember this? And Ricky just somehow had an answer saying something like, I remember. How the fuck can he remember? He was a fucking baby. So how can he remember and tell the story of this scene? Okay, so we've got an interesting character on our hands here where Eric Freeman has got an extraordinary memory. He can think back to all that time ago when he was a baby. And through his baby eyes, he can retell the story about what happened. Oh, and his famous straightforward lines like, fuck off, Doc. You know, outstanding performance by Eric Freeman. I tell you, the scenes in this movie where he tries to be convincing, he tries to be serious, he tries to be funny, he fucking fails flat on everything he said in this movie. I mean, when we do eventually watch the first 40 fucking minutes of this movie about what happened, we get into the story about Ricky's background. We hear that he went to a nice foster family. Okay, fine. We learn that when he got older, he saved this woman's life because she was about to get day raped and Ricky ran over him like 50 times. And the woman is happy about this and she gets away. You know, we also find out that at one stage in his life, Ricky was falling in love with this woman. And here's the next bit what I don't fucking get. He's in the cinema with his new girlfriend watching a movie. The movie is scenes from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1. So I'm thinking to myself, has his life turned into a movie? It's reused old video again. Scenes from the first movie. I'm thinking, how did that turn into a movie? Seeing a movie at the cinema, the theatres, of what happened in part 1. So his life has been one big Hollywood movie now. And I swear this movie has got to be a parody in some sort of way. Got to be. There's no way viewers can take this movie seriously. I mean, it's like the scene where Ricky kills that guy with the umbrella. He stabs him with the umbrella and the umbrella opens up. You know, and we get a scene where he puts jumper cables in a guy's mouth. Blows off his sunglasses and all that. Who was the ex-boyfriend of the girl she was dating, but she makes a legendary scene by doing a gulp. Something you see in a fucking cartoon. Where Ricky strangles her. And then he goes on that famous rampage with a gun. Garbage day! Shoots the guy taking out his garbage. You can look on YouTube, there's so many reenactments and parodies of that scene, it's fucking ridiculous, but what a scene, to stand there randomly with a gun, shoot someone and go, garbage day! Then he goes on another rampage, killing more people, just walking along with his gun. You know, just doing random laughs, trying so hard to make the scenes convincing. You know, it makes a copper shoot himself. You know, the cops try and tell Ricky not to kill himself because he's got so much to live for, it's not worth it. Trust me, if I had a life like Ricky's, I would not want to live. Not in a million fucking years. He's just simple, one straightforward line, and the way he moves his eyes and his eyebrows is like, I was like, this guy's an actor. How the fuck did he get his degrees in drama by putting on being in a movie like this? Fucking atrocious. We get the first 40 minutes of this movie wasted by using reused video from the first movie. And then we finally get to Ricky's life. It's all about him putting on this outstanding performance where he says these simple one-liners, trying to be serious, trying to be funny. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do. We see events from the first movie displayed on the cinema screen. We get parody scenes, with those death scenes. And it gets better from there because we get back to the scene where he's with the doc, he kills the doctor. And he goes back to that orphanage where Mother Superior was. She's got a bit of a Freddy Krueger look because she's got like a bit of a burn on the side of her face and she's in a wheelchair. Ricky cuts off her head. Yet there was not a drop of blood because there's a scene where this guy goes into Mother Superior and her head falls off and it falls off like a fucking prop. Again, not a drop of blood. And you'd think to yourself, if somebody cut off your head, you're bound to see some blood. Yet when her head drops off, there's not a drop of it. Ricky gets shot at the end of the fucking movie. He gets blasted with a shotgun. He goes through the window. And I swear now we're watching a scene from Halloween because Ricky is not an immortal horror icon. He's supposed to be this serial killer. Yet he gets blasted with his shotgun. He falls out the window just like Michael Myers did. And just before the credits roll, we learn that Ricky's alive. So I think to myself, this guy get blasted with a shotgun and he's still alive. He must be one unique individual to remember stuff when he was a baby, all the way to this. He fucking survives gunshot wounds. And he's supposed to be this fucking human being. Now all of a sudden he's Michael Myers, from Halloween because he survives gunshots and now he's still alive after being blasted through a fucking window. What the fuck are we watching here? You know what? Thank fucking shit this is over. You know what? I've just rewatched this video and I tell you, so fucking glad it's over. It's worn me the fuck out. Thank fuck it's over. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Trash sequel. Worthless movie for the first half. And the second half, just horrendous acting and dreadful performances. Eric Freeman, what the fuck were you smoking on that day you acted in this movie, man? Because whatever it is, I want some. Because it must have been some fucking good shit. You must have been smoking some good shit to actually think that you put on a very convincing and outstanding performance in this movie. Fucking terrible, trash movie. Stay away from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. If you want to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night, then you watch this movie. The first movie that came out the year of 1984. That's the only one you need to watch. Okay? Why the fuck would you want to bother watching the sequel when you've got this great film? Honestly, avoid this sequel like the fucking plague. Fucking arsewipe of the movie. Trash. And that's basically all I've got to say. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Thank fuck it's over. I'm never reliving through that fucking hell again. Peace out, everybody. Yay.